Good morning, everybody. I hope we are already, it's 1 o'clock and we at Kalakul believe in starting on time, maintaining with our tradition. So it's very nice to see 130 participants and plus coming in. This is our first webinar with Kalakul doing, and we thought let's do something really well for everybody. So we have our faculty Sapna and Kedia going to take a dressing and par dressing for us. But initially, I would like to invite Anuj Bhai to speak a few words and welcome everybody and on behalf of alumni, because Kalakul is alumni's baby and we're so happy that he's been encouraging us all along and telling us to go ahead whatever time day we want. So Anuj Bhai, please.
Just a second. May I request Samarth or Manan to just close down the mics of everyone, please?
Yes, sir.
Please. Thank you.
No, thank you, Anshul. I mean, I wouldn't take too much of your time. HL Alumni has been doing these webinars. I think we have done 4 of them already. And this Kalakul is something we started last year. It's been a huge success. And thanks to Beena and Anshul, it's been going on very, very well. This is the first one, virtual webinar, and I'm sure it's going to be a great success. I am thankful to Sapna Kedia, to Sapna ma'am to address us today. Anshul, you can take over because this is a women's thing, and you should be doing all the needful here now. So.
Thank you, Anuj Bhai. Is Mona ma'am on? Has she come up? Is Mona ma'am on? If she's not there? Okay, they're not taking time. If she's not come on.
Here. We can't see her in the meeting.
Okay, so it's okay. Then I'm so thankful to Anuj Bhai, Rajesh Bhai, Vaibhav Bhai. These are the people who are there, sirs and all. You all have been such a motivating. I'll just give a 2 minutes brief about Sapna Bench. I have a 3-page profile, so I will not be reading everything because the next 40-45 minutes about the seminar will speak for itself. What she is, we actually had one seminar 2 years back with her, and she was so fantastic that we decided to have her again. And I'll just read out some of her qualifications. She's into psychological counseling, and she's done graduation in Bachelor of Education. She even trains the trainers, and she's an image consultant. She's IMPA certified, she's POSH certified, and she's even done effective business communication from IIM Bangalore, and it goes on and on. But the biggest qualification is that in spite of being at such a high level, when I just asked her for this webinar, she was so kind enough to come, and she said, I'll do it at your time, at your convenience, and without charging anything. Whereas I know that she charges really a lot for such kind of, such kind of seminars. So thank you so much. She's a part of our extended family with Subodh Uncle and Pramod Kedia and all with us. So thank you. We invite you. Thank you for being with us, Sapna Ben. And I hope all the participants have a lovely time. So I'll just explain a little about it. She'll be taking this seminar for another 45-50 minutes, and then all the participants can post on their questions in the chat box and all, which she'll be answering. So I hope you all have a good time. Sapna ma'am, the dais is all yours, or I would say the screen is all yours now.
Right. Thank you so much, Achal. Thank you so much, all the extended faculties who are here to help us out and who has given the opportunity. And Achal, you have already said too much about me, so I'll just move on to the topic. But believe me, I am so happy to see everyone here, even the men. So I had to again check, the creative that you had sent me. I just checked it. It is for the female. So yeah, but I'm really happy if everyone here is interested. So just moving ahead, I hope you all know the topic. So the topic is power dressing. Some rules, some basic rules. So we are not going to talk here in between. I request you not to unmute your mic because it is an online platform. It creates a chaos. So if there is anything that you want to ask, you can type it in the chat box and I'll definitely read it. Also, if you have questions, please note them down. We'll go at the end and we'll work on it. So my first question to you all is, what is power dressing? So today the session is power dressing. I want to know, what do you understand by power dressing? So I would want you all to write it in the chat box and I'll see it here. So what according to you all is power dressing? Come on, very quick, few quick answers. Professional dressing, like how professional dress up, okay. Anyone else? Come on, I've just got one answer. Comfort, okay, so according to you, power is comfort, impressive dressing, right? Confidence, oh, I love that. Yes, power dressing shows confidence, how to impress someone through your dressing professionally. Okay, fashion style also. Right. So I think you all are somewhere. The answer is one and the same, and somewhere it is interrelated. But yet, I need to specify what exactly is power dressing. So power dressing is something that shows power. Right. And I would here for you all, I would replace the word power to confidence. Right. So power here we do not mean six packs or being physically powerful. Here we mean dressing. So I would just replace the word power with confidence. So now my next question to you all is, what do you think, where do you need confidence? So I would request you all to think about 3 incidences or 3 occasions in your life which where if you think if your confidence is boosted, it would help the ultimate result. So things would be different for you if you are more confident. So can you please tell me 3 incidences or 3 occasions in your life? I would give you an example. Maybe if you are between friends and you think that you are overpowered by a group, and if you are confident there, things would change. Maybe between your cousins, you think if you are confident that things would change, or maybe when you are giving a presentation, um, if you are confident things would change. Yes, so interview, friends group, and in daily life as well. Yes, it definitely improves the quality of your life if you are confident. Anyone else? So just only one person, so you can definitely send it to me privately as well. So interview, presentations, yes, interview is on. Definitely during the interview it would help. Where else? Clients meeting, yes, but okay, stage performances, definitely stage performances, public speaking, job interviews, meetings, presentations, bingo. Right, so you are on the right track. So now let us move on, and with power dressing, how do we relate confidence with dressing? There are 2 things. One is outer change and one is inner. So do you all think that if you dress up right, it boosts your confidence? Do you all think that? Right, either yes or no. Yes or no? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. Super. An example. So imagine that you have entered a room so a friend has invited you for a party, and you happen to enter the party, and you thought it was very much a casual party with only 5 to 10 close friends. But when you arrive there, you find that, oh, this is a real formal one, and it is huge, and people there are dressed up so well. You look back at yourself and you feel, oh, I'm so casually dressed up. Do you think that would decrease your confidence when you approach people, when you meet them? Yes, do you think that would lower down your confidence? Yes or no? Need some answers. Yes, yes, definitely. And on the other way around, if maybe it is a casual party, but still, if you're properly dressed up, when you meet people, when you talk to them, it boosts your confidence, right? So here we directly start with the session. I'm just sharing the screen. I hope you all are able to see it. Okay, done. So here, you go for a party and there are these 2 dal on the table. Which dal would you prefer, the left one or the right one? Please write it in the chat. which dal would you prefer, the left one or the right one? So I'm not able to access the chat. Yeah, thank you so much. Now it is done. Yes, now I'll be able to see. Yes, so which one? The right one, definitely. So maybe once you taste it, you feel कि अरे इसमें तो नमक ही नहीं है, you know. But still, you would want to prefer and you would want to go for the right one. So very true. Okay, so one more example I would want to give you all. So you are going with, you are having a disease, and ultimately the doctors say that you need to get operated. So you go for the best surgeon and you meet everyone, you take the appointment, and the day is freezed for your operation. Now you are on the operation table. You have never met the surgeon who is going to operate you, but believe me, he is the best surgeon available in India to do the surgery. So now you are on the table, you are lying on the table, and the doctor is here in front of you. And this is exactly how he looks like. Right. So what do you think? Would you go ahead, or would you really want to think once again as to go ahead with the surgery or not? Or would you want to talk to your parents that you need to reconsider? What is it that would actually come into your mind when you see such a doctor in front of you? Would you want to go ahead with it or no? Again, I think the chat isn't working here. I'm so sorry. Some issues. You'll take suggestion from others. He looks like a dude. Is he really a surgeon? No, no, you would not want to go, right? So very true. And now the same man, when he is dressed differently, definitely he looks like a surgeon, and you would want to go ahead with the surgery. So the same man, but when dressed up in two different ways, your perception to your perception about him definitely changes. So have you ever thought, what do people think about you? What do people think about your image? What is it that they think? What is, how do they perceive you? Have you given a thought to that? Okay, so moving ahead, here we have three women, right? So I would want you all to tell me what is your perception for these three women. Definitely, they are not in a professional attire, isn't it? So that is something that we can make out. So for women number one, number two, and number three, what is it? Maybe just one word that you think about them, that you perceive about them, is what I want to know. Okay, so I'm sorry guys, I need to do some setting wherein I can see the chat as well as I can see you all. Right, so I'm sorry if you raise hands, I'll not be able to see you because the screen is here in front of me. So rather raising a hand, you can just write it down in the chat box. That would make more sense. I'm having some issue with the chat box. I think it is because the people are still entering. Just because they are entering, I am not able to have an access. Anyways, I move ahead without asking a question. I'll just move ahead. So here, when we see number one, we feel she is more confident as compared to the rest of the two. Why? Because you can see her body posture as well as whatever she is wearing, it has got more straight lines in her clothing. right? And she's wearing darker colors. Wherein when you see the second one and the third one, you can see that they are more of a casual kind of, they are wearing more of a casual and a friendly kind of clothing, right? So what I mean to say here is when you see people dressing, when you see people wearing something, you have some perception for them. So let me tell you, clothes speak before you. There is no such thing as neutral appearance. So if you think that you want to look neutral, so there is nothing as neutral. So, and let me tell you, whenever you wear something and when you enter a room or when you go in front of someone, you compulsorily you pass a message. It is not possible that you do not pass any message, right? So again, so the most favorite series of you youngsters, so that is the Suits. So here we see, so though all of them are, I'm talking about the women, they are not professionally dressed up, but still you can see authority. Though all three of them look authoritative, still I am sure you will be able to tell who looks more authoritative, the second and the third, right? Why? Again, because of their clothing. The session is not all about men, but still, when we see the three men, still we can say who is most senior, who is second, and who is third, just by looking at what they are wearing. So I'm going to discuss about the men. We are going to discuss about the women. So very simple. Now, what are the rules? How can you look more confident in front of anyone? Or how can you present yourself more confidently in front of anyone? I'm going to give you certain very quick tips here. So first, I am introducing you to style scale. So before that, what is image? What do you think is image? So let me tell you, image is not your personality. Image is not who you are, but image is what you are in the mind of others, how others perceive you. So you may think that, oh, I am very confident, but if others don't perceive you that way, then your image is not a confident image. So image is always a perception about how others see you. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to you about four levels, right? Very simple to understand. And if this is, if you understand this, it would be very easier for you to decide whenever you go anywhere, what is it that you want to wear, what is the message that you want to pass. So it would be very, very easier for you. So request you, if you have a paper and pen, you can definitely write it down so that you don't forget it further and you can get back to it. So level one, I would say the message or the clue for level one is no collar. So anything and everything, all the clothing that do not have any collar comes into this level. So if I ask you which are those clothing that come in this level, it would be mostly the t-shirts or kurti and basically casual dressing. So here are few pictures for women, isn't it? So I want to ask you, where do you wear these clothing, the t-shirts and maybe a kurti without a simple kurti. So where do you wear it? You definitely wear it when you are with your friends, or maybe when you are on vacations, or when you are maybe just relaxing at home. It is during that time that you would wear anything that would have that do not have collar. So any clothing which does not have any collar is a casual clothing, and it is not at all professional. It does not give you authority. Hence, if you are going to any situation, any area, so if you're meeting your client, if you're going for you say interview or anywhere where you want to look confident, do not wear anything which does not have collar, right? So here are few pics of women clothing which do not have collar. Now moving ahead, I am sorry, I can just see that someone has raised hand, but I am not able to know who has raised hand because I have limited view. As I said before, you can just write it down and we'll get back to it at the end if you have any questions. Right, so we move on to level 2, which is collar. So here the clue is collar. The moment you wear anything which has a collar, you tend to look approachable at least. So you know you are not casual. The minimum requirement for you to look confident or professional is collar. So suppose now again if you are between your friends and you think your friends take you very casually or they generally make fun out of you, or if you are going for an interview, do not wear anything less than a collar, right? Because that shows authority, that shows confidence, right? So moving, so these are again few examples. I also put pictures related to Indian dressing so that you all can relate with it. So these are all kurtis which have got collars. So even if you are wearing a kurti, very simple, even if you are wearing a t-shirt, wear a t-shirt with collar. Don't wear it without collar if you want to look authoritative. Moving ahead. So again, blouse that we wear under sari. If you are a professional, if you are working somewhere, and if you are wearing a sari, still you need to have a collar. Okay, we move on to level 3. So that is jacket. So now let me tell you, your jacket does not mean the casual jacket or the jeans jacket that you wear. Definitely it means that, but it also means more than that. So that is blazer. So here in short, without naming it as a jacket, I at a layer. So at level 3, whenever you add a layer, you are in level 3. So layer means it can be a koti, it can be a shrug, it can be a simple jeans ka jacket, it can be a blazer, right? But let me tell you, whenever you add a layer, it adds to your authority. Whenever, wherever. So first is collar, second is the jacket that you need to wear. So if you check here, do you feel that there is a change in authority, the pictures that we saw in level 2 and here when we are seeing it in level 3? Do you feel a change in the authority? Yes, definitely. You will find there is a change in authority. So as simple as that. So this, the first picture you look here is she is wearing a koti which has got a collar. So again that looks more confident and more authoritative as compared to level 2. So simple. If you are going somewhere wherein you want to look more confident, you are wearing a t-shirt, have some good pieces of extra layer which has got collar. So buy shrugs, maybe even shrug would work. So because you are not present professionally as of now, you don't need to wear blazer type of blazers, but you can definitely go in for shrugs or coaties. So have some very good collection or maybe 1 or 2 piece of extra layer which you can wear on any clothing that you feel, and they are very handy and very quick to wear, right? Whenever you want to look confident. So again here level 3. So I would say that generally level 3 is for managers. So if someone is working on in a corporate and now you want to look authoritative, you want to look more confident as compared to rest of else, you need to add a layer. Last but not the least is level 4, and that is a suit. So let me tell you the difference between level 3 and level 4. Level 3 is jacket. So here the layer that you wear and the trouser that you wear is unmatched. Wherein in level 4, when you are into a suit, it has to be matched, right? Not only matched, so not only the same color, but even the fabric and the quality has to be the same. Only then and then it is considered as a suit. So this is the highest authority that you would ever see in a clothing. When you wear this, you tend to look authoritative. So I feel whatever you are now, whatever role you are playing as of now in your life, you don't need to be in level 4. Though maybe in conferences or in events wherein you want to present yourself professionally, definitely you can go into this. But otherwise, there is no. Right. So this is an example of level 4 with Indian wear with kurtis. Okay, so let us just quickly revise level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. So here in level 1, anything that does not have collar comes into level 1, right? Level 2, anything that has got collar comes into level 2, and it is minimum needed for you to look professional or authoritative or confident. Moving ahead, level 3, so that is a jacket, and level 4 is a matched suit. I would say a matched suit. So that means what you are wearing above and what you are wearing below has to be matched. Right. So I hope you are clear with these 4 levels of dressing. Very quickly, I would also want to. So only these 4 dressings aren't enough. There are few other criteria that you need to consider when you dress up. Moving ahead, so anything, so if you are wearing uh, a 3/4 or a short sleeve is always more authoritative. You would look more confident than a sleeveless. A 3/4 would look more confident and authoritative than a short sleeve, and a full sleeves would look still more confident and authoritative than a 3/4 sleeve. So longer the sleeve, more confidence, it projects more confidence and more authority. We'll see some case studies at the end, so things would be more clear. Longer the skirt, you look more authoritative, you look more confident as compared to shorter skirts. Layers. So layer definitely means level 3, isn't it? So layers definitely look more confident as compared to separates or something that you're not, when you're not wearing a layer. So let me explain it to you in a better way. First layer is the undergarments that we wear. Second layer is the clothing or the top, the t-shirt or the shirt that we wear. And third layer is an extra layer that we add. So always a third layer is better than 2 layers. A little bit about color. So I would just want to tell you that, you know, each subtopic that I'm showing you here is I conduct session on that subtopic for nearly one full day, so 7 to 8 hours. Here I try to be very crisp, so I would not be able to give you a very detailed view of whatever the topic is, but definitely you will get idea, and if you really stick to it, it would help you a lot. So when I say wardrobe neutrals and bright colors, or if I say darker colors and lighter colors. So darker colors always look more authoritative as compared to lighter colors. So now let me put it that a female or a girl who is wearing maybe a jeans and a full sleeves dark blue shirt, and on the other hand she is wearing a jeans and a pink shirt, so definitely the one who is wearing blue color ka shirt would look more authoritative as compared to someone who's wearing pink, right? So try to have more neutrals. Neutrals always look more authoritative as compared to accents. So let us understand what are neutrals and accents. So these are basically neutral colors. So neutral colors are dull tones and accent are bright colors. Bright colors project fun, enjoyment, being friendly, wherein neutral colors show you authority, seriousness. So if you want to project authority, confidence, seriousness, you need to go into neutral colors. If you want to show fun, enjoyment. So generally when you see in dance or when someone is projecting a dance of Punjab or say Rajasthan, so these are few states who are said to be colorful states, and hence you would see their clothing in accent colors, right? Because they project fun and excitement. So again, now moving ahead, darker the colors, more authority, lighter the colors, less authority. So first is you need to understand, you need to go in for neutral colors. Second is you need to go in for darker colors. So say black, gray, blue, These are most authoritative colors, right? And then as you go on to lighter shades, these are lesser authoritative. Moving on to patterns. Okay, so we call something as classic patterns and trendy patterns. Again, the same principle applies here. If you are going for both trendy patterns, you look more, more creative. You look more fun to go with. You look more friendly as compared to if you are going for the classic patterns. So the patterns that you see on the left side are all classic. The patterns that you see on the right side are all trendy. So checks, plain, stripe, all these are classic and evergreen patterns, but at the same time, they also show authority and they will show more of confidence. So if you're going in for interview, never, ever wear something which has got trendy prints. Please always go in for classic prints. Again, I've just put few pictures for you to relate with what are classic prints and what are trendy. Again, so here, again in prints or again in checks and stripes, if I say thinner the stripe, more confidence, thicker the stripe, less confidence, or more authority and less authority. तो जितनी पतली stripe होगी उतने ज़्यादा you would. So the most confident is plain. After that, thinner stripe. After that, a little more thick. After that would come checks and so on. So first is plain, then stripes, then checks, and then further prints. For prints, I would again show you this picture. You will get a better understanding. So first is pinstripe, then comes checks or plaid, then floral, and then abstract. So I'm sure now once you understand or once you see a garment or a picture or a pattern, you can understand what level that pattern may be when it goes to being confident or being authoritative. Okay, so only clothing is not enough. Accessories play equally an important role. So first and foremost principle for a footwear for women is you need to have closed footwear. So that means your toes should not be visible in footwear. Any footwear wherein your toes are visible, it is not said to be confident or professional. It does not give you power. Hence, wherever you want to go, wherever you want to project power, wear closed footwear. So here are few pictures, chappals, or even if you have heels, they would not look confident until and unless they are closed. The more jazzy or the more loud an accessory is, the less professional it is and the less authoritative and confident it would look. The simpler a jewelry, the simpler an accessory, the more confident, more authoritative it looks. So whenever you're going and buying an accessory or you're buying a dress or a garment, you always need to think, where is it that you want to wear it? Do you want to wear it for a party, or you want to wear it casually, or you want to wear it when you're going for an interview? And even though if you're going to wear it casually or with friends, but still let me tell you, if you think that still between them also you want to project confidence, you try wearing whatever I have suggested. And don't think that if you're going to wear simple things, you cannot be creative. You can still be creative with them. Right? Bags. So these I have shown official bags and purses, but that relates also to your bags, the bags that you carry in colleges. So, sorry. If you are buying fancy bags or bags that are not structured, so not structured means those that can stand on their own. So if you put it on the floor, they have their own shape and they will be able to stand on their own. Unstructured bag are those that do not stand on their own and they just fall down. They do not have a shape of their own. So always have a structured bag if you want to look confident. Same with the neck pieces, more colorful, more jazzy, more eye-catchy. They are less authoritative, wherein a simple neck piece looks more confident and more authoritative. Again, do not put on too much of jewelry. Too much of jewelry is definitely less authoritative. Okay, so here I have few examples, right? So we can see a few pictures. This is just a kind of case study. For case study, I have put on. You can see the dress that looks more authoritative, rather most authoritative, as compared to someone which is casual. So the last picture, the girl who's wearing a floral, that seems to be very casual. Most authoritative would be first, second, or the green one. Why? Because they are darker colors. Number one, they do have prints. They are more plain. So either plain or they have got pinstripes, and the colors are so colors I already repeated, and they do not have too much of pattern. So any dress, any clothing that has too much of pattern would be less authoritative. So again here, if we see, so there is a difference between catching attention, being focal, and being authoritative. That is, so if you are going on that track, if you see the red dress and if you feel that, oh, I'm getting attracted by the red dress, it is all about creating a focal point, but it would not be professional, and definitely a darker color would give you more confidence as compared to a brighter color and red color. So it is always safe. Okay, so this is just a picture that I have taken from net. So this is Indra Nui. So I hope you all know. She is the CEO of PepsiCo. I have picked up pictures of you. So I just took a screenshot. So first I thought of taking few pictures and putting it. But then I thought, let me just take a screenshot. So now when you see a picture of an authoritative entrepreneur, you see that she is wearing all darker colors, very simple jewelry. You can see no print, hair very much in place, not that shabby looking hair, right? And you can see layers. So these are all the, I would say, qualities that you would need if you want to look authoritative. I hope you all can see that. Right, moving on to next. So she is Kiran Majumdar Shaw, right? So again, a successful entrepreneur. I hope you all know about her as well. For her also, you can see that she is wearing layer and darker colors, and definitely least jewelry you can see she's been wearing. So this is another example. So yes, we see her in bright colors as in pink and red, but then the occasion changed. So I just took it, as I said, I took it from Google. Wherever she was, still she would want to look authoritative, and hence even for a party occasion, she would wear bright colors, but still she would be wearing a structured, she would be wearing a layer, she would be wearing minimum accessory. Now here, so here we have a case study, and here I would want to discuss. So I would want to stop with the screen sharing. Just yes, so I would do a screen sharing, but I would not share full screen so that I can see you all. And now you can ask me questions, and rather I would want to discuss this with each one of you. So when we see, so sorry. I'm not able to access the chat. Yeah, okay, here. So white dress is most impressive. So very true. Colors make matters. Can you give some inputs on glasses as well? Definitely. So just hold on with your questions. I'll get back to it. Okay, so who looks most authoritative? 3, 5. The fifth one looks most confident. Okay, 3. Yeah, so everyone has switched on to 3. Anyone else? Any other? What about 4, 3, 5? 5, of course. Yes. Who else? 3 and 5. They look more confident. White looks decent. Yes, she looks sober. 4 is also confident. Okay, so now let me tell you, Sandhya Mridul. Okay, great. So Sandhya Mridul is at the back, so I did not pick her up. But definitely the 5 women that I have tagged, I would want to discuss about them. So the most confident is the third one and the fifth one. So let us see all the characteristics, the clothing characteristics that the third one has. First is she looks very simple. Second is her hair is in place. So definitely your body language plays a very big role. So all are aloof and all are very confident when you look at their body language. But when you look at their clothing, we find the third one most confident. Why? Because her hair is in place and she is wearing least accessories. Very simple. The fifth one, when we see, you may find her very confident, but not confident as when we see a professional scenario, right? So she is more of a happy lucky go kind of a female who enjoys life and who is uh, definitely confident in whatever she is doing, and that can be projected by the baits that she is put on, right? The fourth one, yes, again she is looking very simpler but not very professional. So if as an individual, if you would want to hire someone, so imagine if you are a CEO of a company and if you would want to hire someone, whom would you hire out of all of them? This is my question. You want to hire a manager, whom would you hire? The first one you would want to hire. The third one you would want to hire. Very good. Yes, the third one. Okay, so you all are, I suppose, stuck at the third one. The first one and the third one. Yeah, right. So here when I ask the question, the fifth one is eliminated. Again, I would hear, so this is an excellent example. Project, you know what is the message that you want to pass, right? So you need to dress as per that. If you are going for an interview, definitely you cannot have those beads and those colors in your hair. Definitely not. Otherwise, it does not give you a serious look, right? Yes. So again, I just took this picture I took because you all would be able to relate to it. So if you are going for an interview, which one do you think looks more confident? The first one or the second one? Yes, the second one, the second one, the second one, the second one, the second one. Out and out, everyone would definitely say the second one. If we see, yes, the second one. If we see what they both are wearing, so first of all, layer, one is wearing a shrug, wherein the other is wearing the jacket. So jacket is always more authoritative as compared to shrug. Thicker the material, more tailored. So what is tailored? A shrug is generally not tailored. You can just go and buy it. Tailored is something that you need to get stitched as per your body shape. The better fit, the more the fit, the more confident you would look, the more authoritative you would look. Right? So she is wearing a tailored jacket, wherein the female who is the the other female, she is wearing a shrug. Again, when we check on the colors, she is wearing all blue, and though she is wearing blue, but the shrug is of a lighter color. Again, when we see the hair also, so the personal color also, when you color your hair golden, or when it is blonde, you you may be high on creativity, but you are less on professionalism. But the other female, she looks more professional. So again, girls, I would just want to say that you need to check. You need to actually check what is the industry you are going into, what is the group you are going into, who are going to be the people where you are going to go. As per that, dress whatever you want to dress as per the message that you want to pass. Sorry. So whether you want to look more confident or you want to look more approachable and friendly. So if you are wanting to look more friendly, you rather wear more lighter colors. If you want to look more fun loving, you need to wear more brighter colors. If you want to look more authoritative and you want to pass a serious message, you need to wear darker colors. And as for, so accordingly. Uh, yes, so I would just want to say that, I have a YouTube channel. So if you are looking for more tips, I have a YouTube channel as Sapna Kedia. My spelling is Sapana. So Sapna Kedia. So here you can find many videos, and these videos are hardly for 5 to 7 minutes. So professional tips for Indian wear, 5 clothing tips to look authoritative, confident body language, also grooming tips for women. And I also have an Instagram channel series rather I have, which is Coffee and Confidence with Sapna Kedia. So here the videos are hardly a 1.5 to 2 minutes, but then there are beautiful tips. So these tips are other than clothing and grooming if you are looking to be more confident. All right. So here I stop my sharing. And okay, so I would want you, so now I would want you all to ask me questions, whatever questions that you had in your mind. I request you to ask. Other than that, also, I would say that how did you like this session? Please, you can put it in the chat box. You can write the question in the chat box, or you can ask me directly now. So that is fine. Or if you put it in the chat box, I'll keep on taking one by one and I'll keep on answering. And also, please write down a feedback. How did you like the session and what is it that you like the best in the session? Okay, so here comes the first question in professional category. Shall we prefer Indian clothing or Western clothing? So that is definitely not at all in criteria. You can go in for any clothing, either Indian or Western. That depends on you. But the elements that I told you, few tips that I told you need to be considered. The kind of print you are wearing, the kind of color that you are wearing, what level are you into? Even the fabric matters a lot. So what kind of fabric you are wearing? You need to wear a thicker fabric, Don't wear a thin and pliable fabric. Instead of that, if you're wearing linen or cotton or corduroy, so that would give you more authority. I hope that answers it. Can you include something about hair grooming that does with dress? Yes, definitely. I did not include it here because hair takes a little more time. So the more tied up your hair, it is more authoritative. The more fancy your hair, it is more casual and more approachable. So if you see all the authoritative women entrepreneurs, or when we see the air hostess who look most authoritative, right? So for all of them, their hair are tied up. So either they have a bun, or they are, even if they are open, it needs to be straight. So believe me, my basic texture of hair is very curly. My hairs are very curly. So, but if I want to, wherever I want to look authoritative, I straighten them up so that, I give that feeling of confidence. Again, just because I have come here, I'll give you a few more practical examples. Just because I have come up to conduct a session at HL, for students, I am wearing something which is colorful and a lighter color. Had I been conducting this session in a corporate, you will see many pictures on my social media. So if I conduct a session for corporates, I would always wear a darker color and a jacket and a blazer on this. Right? So again, the please wear the kind of message that you want to pass, whatever your role and goal is. This webinar will be very helpful to us. Thank you so much. The session was wonderful, ma'am. Very helpful. Thanks. Thanks for the session. Thank you so much that you liked it. I am looking for some questions. I think I would have missed few of them. As you said that it is confident wearing, I want to ask that all the people in pictures you showed looks confident. Then how to choose one from them? So this is Vasyani. So Vasyani, which picture are you talking about? Are you talking about the black and white picture? You can just unmute yourself and you can talk to me. Vasyani, if you could unmute yourself, I'll be able to talk more. Vasyani, are you there? Am I audible? Is Vasyani there? Yes, Vasyani. So you can unmute yourself and you can ask me. Because what picture you are relating to is, I want to know. Are you relating to the black and white picture? I'm sorry. So I really need to know what picture you are relating to. Yes, Vasyani. Please, go ahead. Okay, so till then, any other question that you all want to ask? Which complexion? Sorry, I just missed it.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Vasyani, please go ahead.
Ma'am, all the pictures you showed of comparison. How to choose one? Because all look confident.
All did look confident. Wait, I'll just open the slide again. All look confident, but the message that was passed was different. Right? Wait.
Yes.
As I told you, okay, so let us pick up any one picture. Maybe even this one also. Right? So here also you find all of them confident, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? But you tell me one thing, if you want to make friends, with whom would you like to make friends with?
With the third one.
The third one, right? Because she looks more friendly. When the first one looks very authoritative. If you want to ask anything from her, you would want to think twice. So what I mean to say here is, what is it that you want to be? You need to dress up as per that. I have just tried to educate you what is the message a particular kind of clothing passes. For example, she is wearing lighter color, right? The girl is the female who is uh, in number 3. She is wearing lighter colors. The prints are florals, and she's got many patterns in her clothing. So that is why you feel that she looks more friendly, isn't it? The first one, she looks most authoritative, and if you want to make if you wanted to hire a CEO of a company, you would rather going for the first one, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So that is the message a clothing passes. Now, what is it that you are looking for? So maybe in a group, you would want to look more friendly. So maybe with your friends, you would want to look more friendly. But when you are going in for an interview, you would want to look authoritative. So the whole workshop relates to, you should know that what you should be wearing when you are going for an interview and what you should be wearing when you are going with your friends. Now suppose that suppose you have a friend circle, or suppose if there is a group who always mocks about you, who always makes fun about you. Probably if you look more authoritative, the way if you dress up the way number one is wearing, definitely you cannot wear it everywhere. But if you have more straight lines, if you wear more darker color, I am 100% sure it would make difference to your image. I hope now I am clear. You are able to understand?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, pleasure. I think there was a question which said about what kind of lipstick you should be putting on. Right. So I would rather say the lipstick that you put again should not be very jazzy in a professional way. So try and understand in a professional way you should not look, you should not put on those red colors, those pink colors, those bright colors. You should be wearing more of subtle colors in a professional way, right? And vice versa. Uh, have you any course or something so I can join you? Yes, definitely. I do have. I'll just write down my. So if you all want, you can write down my contact number, or maybe Achal can pass it on. Achal, can I give them my contact number, or would you be able to?
Yes, Auntie, you can surely put down your contact number and even the Instagram link or whatsoever you want so that they can, yes, that would be good enough.
Yes, so my contact number, please note down so you can definitely contact me. So I am basically an image consultant and I help to dress you up, to groom you up, to help you be more confident. I also conduct trainings on many other soft skill sessions such as leadership, time management, team building, conflict management, etc. So my contact is 94, please write it down, 94 29 30 31. I will just write it. So it is SAPANA Kedia. So this is also my social media handle. You just need to type SAPANA Sapna Kedia. And my contact number is 94 29 30 31 29. Ma'am, when we are dressing for interview or any formal occasion, many times most are bothered about the upper part of the body. Yes, definitely, girls. So we are both. So if you are one who has got heavy upper part, if you are not comfortable with the upper part, I would rather say go in for a stole or a scarf. So these days we have, so what I'm wearing is also a scarf, isn't it, girls? But it looks very authoritative. So maybe you can wear a little bigger scarf so that would cover your upper body. Number one, make you look confident. Number two, and give you authority also. Also, if you always, so all those who are overweight, or if your upper part is overweight, a suggestion, if you apply it, I'm sure it is going to help you solve so many issues. Just wear a layer, either it be a shrug or a jacket or a coat, or maybe if you're putting a stole or a scarf, just put that and you will see a huge difference in your confidence. Makeup is not something I do, so what's the basic that I should apply? So Achal, let us have a makeup ka session next, because I cannot just wind it up. But what I would say is you can have a basic BB cream. So there is a BB cream that comes that gives a very even texture to your skin. So you can use a baby cream, simple kajal or eyeliner, and maybe a lip gloss or a chapstick. So that serves for the basics, right? But other than that, again, it depends where are you going, what are you going, what are you doing. So we can have that session as well.
Yes, yes,
Ma'am,
we
can you
can
share
have.
something about? Yeah, ma'am, can you share something about our nails on professional occasion? Should they be shorter or longer? Whatever they are, they can be shorter, they can be longer. That is not a criteria, but they should be well filed. They should be in place. It should not be that you have grown your nails and like they are not properly put in place. It is as simple as for men. So they may grow beard, but it should be trimmed. For women, you can grow nails. They can cut, but they should not look shabby. They should not look untidy. You should not put on very loud nail polish as in red or pink. You can wear very subtle colors when you're going for an interview. Definitely when you're going for parties or when you're going with your friends, you can do whatever you want to. But be sure that your nails are properly shaped. That is most important. Ma'am, are you Gujarati? No, I'm not a Gujarati. I'm a Marwari. uh, course link on clothes. So I would suggest you please contact me. I'll definitely, you can just message me, you can WhatsApp me. So one more thing, if you call me, I may not pick up my call because I'm generally on sessions and training. So I would always suggest that you WhatsApp me and I will definitely get back to you. Can you please help me? I am not been able to hear you. I'm really sorry. If you're not able to hear me, I cannot help. I think there is some issue with your net connection. I would suggest you, if your video is on, just close your video so you'll be able to hear me. Ma'am, can you share some of the colors to be wore if you are having overweight upper body? So, girls, if you want to look thinner, if you are the one who is overweight, always wear darker colors. Darker colors will always make you look thinner. Lighter colors are loud and they are progressive, wherein darker colors are recessive. So they will make you look thinner. Can we have more webinars with you, ma'am? Definitely. Achal is here to note it down. Ma'am, your social media ID, as I said, it is SAPANA, Sapna Kedia. Or you can WhatsApp me, I'll give you the link. I was not prepared. So maybe I can put it down right now, but it would take some time. Ma'am, I am how wear clothes in college. How do you wear clothes in college? Girl, I need to understand what is it that you are looking for. So I would suggest a general tip how you should wear. You need to look smarter. You don't need to look if you are confident enough. You can play with colors, and this is your age definitely to play with colors. But I would rather say wear clothing that is appropriate. By appropriate, I would mean not revealing. Any clothing that does not make you feel comfortable, do not wear it. So if you think that, oh, I would simply say that suppose bell sleeves are in fashion and you see that every second girl is wearing a bell sleeves, or if you think that off shoulders are in fashion and every second girl is wearing an off shoulder, don't wear it just because it is in fashion. You need to understand whether are you comfortable in that. Are you able to carry? I'll give you a very small example. We all know Vidya Balan, isn't it? So she is one female who has done all kinds of pictures, all kinds of movies. But I would suggest just go on Google and type Vidya Balan. You will never see any of her picture in sleeveless. Why? Because her arms are heavy. So her image consultant has asked her not to wear anything other than sleeves. So even they have to take care of their body and they need to understand what they look best in. The same is with you all. So please just don't go in for fashions. See your comfort zone, wear in whatever you feel comfortable and more confident is the crux. All those who are interested in much more such webinar, please SMS. Okay, so this is for so if you want me to come, if you want more such webinars from my end, I would request that please click on the link and message here. Is that our facial expression must match with attire? Definitely, your facial expression, your personality must match. So there is one more very important criteria for you to be confident is your body language. So Achal, if we are going for a next session, I think we should go for body language, because that is again one part which is very, very important for you to present yourself. Other than clothing, it is body language which needs to be in place. So if you all know, if I ask you what is communication, let me tell you, communication is only 7% what you speak, rest all is body language. So even if you don't speak anything, but if your body language is confident, so all the pictures that we saw, why do you all think that they were confident, right? Because of their body language, isn't it? So that plays a very important role. If you are heavier on hips, what should you wear? So if you are heavier on hips, Don't wear leggings. Don't wear anything that hugs your legs. Why? Because if you wear that, it gives shape. It shows that what shape you have. So wear cotton and wear straight pants. Number one. Number two, you wear darker colors. And number three, you wear a stiff material, not a thin material, so that it can stand on its own and it can take its own shape. अगर आप बहुत पतला, अगर आप बॉडी हगिंग कुछ पहनते हो, तो वो आपके पैरों को स्टिक हो जाएगा and it will take the shape of your legs. But if you are wearing straight pants, if you are wearing cotton material, it would not take the shape of your legs, and hence you would look more presentable. And wear dark. So whatever body part you think, either upper or lower, is healthier, is bigger, I would suggest you wear a darker color. Right. Achal, just let me know. There are many questions. I can keep on answering them. Right? I can just take them one by one and keep on answering.
We can just take, Auntie, just another maybe 2:10. We can do another 10 minutes or 5 minutes, or because this will keep on going. I think they're so interested in what
Exactly.
you have taught them. That is what they want more and more. So we can go and go. So maybe last two questions we can take. Would that be okay? Just last two questions, and then because otherwise this will keep on going for the.
That is why I asked you, because there are many questions. I'm just taking up one by one.
Okay.
Ma'am, share your course link. So that is, I told you. Mails again, I told you. I think, I've just gone ahead and I need to check. I think the power of dressing sense depends on the changes of time. So this is Nidhi. Yes, so what do you mean to say here is power dressing changes as per time? No, it does not. See, the elements and the basics are the same. Whatever time is, the elements are always going to be the same. Darker colors, straighter line, layers, simple prints, thinner prints, these are always going to be there. Whatever comes in fashion or whatever goes. But these are always going to be there, right? So just keep that in mind. Definitely. So this is a very interesting question. It has been asked by Mahevi. I hope I am spelling it right. Ma'am, so we think that dressing shows our nature 100%. It shows your personality and what kind of person you are. Hence, let us say it the other way around. If you want people to not think what you are, you can change your clothing. And you can change the perception they have for you. Right? So that is why this session. What kind of attire would you suggest for corpulent person? I'm sorry, I can't get it. Ma'am, I think dressing depends on functions. Yes, dressing 100% depends on function. So I have told you about authoritative dressing. Now suppose when you go further, you are into a creative industry, like you are an interior designer, or you are into fashion industry, or you are into any other creative industry. At that time, you need not look this authoritative. You can be creative. So your industry should project in the clothing that you are wearing. Right? So at that time, you can be more creative. For example, I being an image consultant, yeah, so I come to that question, someone had asked for the eyewear as well. So I being an image consultant, and again, because I'm conducting a session with you students, I am wearing these red frames. Right? And I am an image consultant. So that is my profession and I need to look creative. So that is why I am wearing this. Right? If you are in a traditional industry, a CEO, you cannot manage to wear this. Isn't it? So it is all about, yes, actually you're saying something.
I just think that this will go on and on and on. So they can actually personally get in touch with you now. And yes, with all the feedback that we've had, we'll have one more specific makeup and such kind of session. because I got a lot
Definitely.
of complaints from boys also messaging me and telling me and
Yeah.
Beena Ben that we do want one for us. So
Yes, yes, definitely we
I would
can.
like Beena Ben to take over now. Samarth, if you can just.
I just want to thank you so much for this wonderful one. We really had I think, first one was a very good success for us. And all thanks to you. Thank you
Thank you
so
so much.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
And thank you, Samar, Jainil, Vaibhav sir, Rajesh bhai, Anuj bhai for helping us a lot. Thank you so much. Vaibhav sir, special thanks to you. I just called once and he was so helpful. I said, yes, Beena, I will do it. I will message it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And we have Samarth's number, right,
No, we have.
Achal?
Yes, we have given the link directly in the our group. So for future such seminars, even of Sapna Auntie and Sapna Ma'am and others, we'll definitely you can stay in touch with us. So you can just join the WhatsApp group. We'll even put in that WhatsApp group her Instagram ID and the pictures and everything of that. So yes, thank you so much, Sapnanti, for just by one call you were ready. Thank you. The huge thanks from all of us. And HLCC also, HLIC, all the colleges on alumni, even Manisha ma'am, Mona ma'am, they were so thankful. They were so cooperative, and even Vaibhav sir, everybody, each one and all of you all have been so cooperative that we have managed to have the maximum number of participants in the webinars that we have hosted. So yes, so Kalakool is very thankful and happy that it was because of you also. A great thanks to you also, Sapna ma'am, Sapna auntie, that you were here and we could get a kind of thing. So you have been a
Oh,
good
thank you so much,
instigator.
Achal. You don't need to say, it was completely a pleasure. So definitely I have not studied, but my husband and my family, they all have studied in HL, and it is a pleasure for me to be here. I am always there whenever needed.
So that is why I said you're a part of our extended family.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
everybody. Thank you,
Thank you
HL
so
alumni,
much.
women, everybody. Thank
I'm
you.
happy that you all like the session.
No,
Thank
no,
you so much.
the kind of
Wonderful. It was
yes, the kind
wonderful.
of feedback we are getting is so good, and the questions are keeping on coming. So yes, you can just see that the kind of response it is. And all the participants, please join this WhatsApp group and link to stay updated for the other seminars, the other workshops that we'll be doing.
Well, we have Ma'am Mona ma'am also if she wants to say something.
Has she joined in? Has Mona ma'am joined in?
Yes, yes, she has. Yes,
Uh,
yes, she has. She has.
Mona ma'am, then Samarth, I would like you to give her the screen, Mona ma'am, so if so that she can just say a few words. Hello, bol.
Hi, yeah,
Hello, ma'am.
hello, yeah. I would like to just simply say that Kalakool is really very, very cool. Really happy that we have chosen the online platform for this because we can reach out to more people. I was telling Achal that now that we have the FYs also and their phone numbers, we had invited them also, and very happy to see that 180 plus, that is almost 200 participants on this platform. And let's keep it up, all the suggestions that are coming from the students for more and more seminars. One for the boys, I'm definitely going to ensure that we have one. I will pester Aanchal no end till we have one. And then of course one on makeup and body language from Sapna ma'am. I met you for the first time on Zoom, and really I was impressed because I was watching throughout. I joined in late after 15 minutes, but it was a really good session. So thank you one and all, and thank you all the FY students who are watching on. I hope the college has started with a bang for you guys, this being your first program. So thank you all, Alumni Association also, for thinking so beautifully and bringing in this program. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Mona ma'am. It is always a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you so much for having me here. And it is so nice to hear it from you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. She's the
Our pleasure.
chairperson of our HL alumni. To have her personally, go through the whole 60 minutes and be part. And she was so encouraging, constantly telling me and Veena, don't worry, there will be so many participants. Don't, and you have to promise me a boys seminar. So yes, ma'am. Thank you for all your support. You will get one boys seminar. Now you will. So with that,
Thank you. Thank you. That's the way to go.
Thank you, ma'am. So we'll sign off with this, having such an amazing seminar. And thank you again, everybody, for joining in. Join us on our WhatsApp link for the group for future such more.